Today, we'll be reviewing how to set up and operate the Welch-Allyn MicroTymp 4 portable tympanometer. The Welch-Allyn MicroTymp 4 is a handheld, portable tympanometer which performs two types of measurement to address middle ear disorders on any patient 6 months of age and up. Tympanometry is used to measure the admittance of the tympanic membrane and middle ear at a fixed frequency over a range of pressures. Acoustic reflex testing is used to measure stapedial reflexes. These measurements are useful in the identification, evaluation, documentation, and diagnosis of ear disorders associated with the functioning of the middle ear. Here's what's included with configuration number 93700. Please note that the directions for use document is included on the USB drive that was shipped with your device. Tympanometric and reflex testing should always be performed in a quiet room. Place the device on a stable counter or table where it will be used near a properly grounded wall outlet. On the back of the charging cradle, you'll find the ports for attaching the power supply, USB data communication cable, and printer cable. The MicroTymp 4 is powered by an internal rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery pack, which is not user replaceable. To charge the handset, attach the power supply to the charging cradle and place the handset into the charging cradle, ensuring proper alignment with the electrical contacts. Two LED indicators on the charging cradle show power and battery status. The top green LED turns on when power is applied to the cradle. The bottom green LED turns on when the handset is properly nested in the cradle. It is important to place the device in the charging cradle when not in use so the battery charges. There are also two LED indicators on the MicroTymp 4 handset which communicate status during a measurement sequence. Here's a quick overview of the buttons on the MicroTymp 4 handset. Press the on-off key momentarily to turn the handset on. Although no warm-up time is required, a short diagnostic routine will run for a few seconds. Press and hold the on-off key for a few seconds to turn the handset off. Press the up arrow and down arrow navigation keys to scroll through the menus or set values. Press the right navigation key arrow to accept a menu choice or go to the next step. Press the left navigation key arrow to cancel an operation or go back to the previous step. Pages 9 through 14 in your electronic directions for use cover configuration and operation in detail. 10 different sized disposable ear tips are provided with this instrument, as well as 3 probe tips and probe tip gaskets. Before performing your first test of the day, the MicroTymp 4 should be checked using the 4-in-1 test cavity. Select the Daily Check option in the main menu and wait until Insert Probe is displayed. Fully insert the probe without an ear tip into the 2mm test cavity. The display should show the volume of the 2mm test cavity to within plus or minus 0.1 mm. Consult the Daily Check section of the directions for use for detail regarding use of the other test volumes or when testing at elevations higher than 1,000 feet above sea level. Examining the ear canal with an illuminated otoscope is an essential prerequisite to successful middle ear testing. Make sure that the canal is free of any obstruction. If the canal is completely plugged, or if fluid is draining from the ear canal, tympanometry should not be attempted until the condition is cleared. Failure to follow these instructions could result in damage to the MicroTymp 4 and risk non-warranty repair. A new disposable ear tip must be fitted on the probe tip before it is presented to a patient's ear canal. The ear tip must not occlude any of the 4 holes in the probe tip. Although no action is required by the patient during the automatic test, you should advise them to remain still and avoid speaking or swallowing while the probe is applied to the ear. A typical tympanogram measurement and reflex test is carried out as follows. First, select if you are testing both ears, the left ear only, or the right ear only. A message, "Deleting last test," will be displayed before you'll see a message to insert the probe into the ear to be tested. Place the ear tip into the ear canal, and the message "Equalizing pressure," followed by "Pressure settling," will appear. Once an adequate seal is obtained, taking a tympanogram will be displayed. A reading will take about 3 seconds per ear. When the tympanogram is complete, the instrument will perform the reflex tests if selected. When the measurement is complete, withdraw the probe and the tympanogram will be displayed on screen. You will be prompted to insert the probe in the other ear if you selected both. It is recommended to change out the ear tip to a new one of the same size before testing the other ear. The results of the last test performed remain available even if the MicroTymp 4 has been turned off. To view these results, select View the Last Test from the main menu. After selecting the required ear, the tympanogram will be displayed. It will then be possible to view the results and select the Process Results menu as if the test had just been completed. Note: results of the last test will be erased as soon as a new test is started. Test results should be saved to the internal database or printed to ensure that data is not lost. Up to 32 patient records can be stored in the database of the MicroTymp 4. Records can be listed, viewed, deleted, printed, or sent to a computer using the data management option of the main menu. The following error messages may be seen during the test sequence. The MPT2 printer is an available option for use with the MicroTymp 4. Connect the printer to the MicroTymp 4 charging cradle using the supplied cable and make sure the charging cradle is plugged in. Before attempting to print, ensure the printer is fully charged, connected to the MicroTymp 4 charging cradle, switched on, loaded with paper, and connected. When the MicroTymp 4 handset is in the cradle, the data will be sent via the connecting cable automatically. To print the results of the last test, select Print from the Process Results menu on completion of the test and press any key to send the data to the printer. The probe tip should be examined before each test to ensure none of the lumens are blocked and there is no visible damage. If the lumens are blocked, a warning message displays. The tip must be removed and cleaned or replaced. To remove the tip, unscrew the nose cone and pull the tip off the probe boss. A small gasket will be found in the base of the probe tip. This should be examined and replaced if it is damaged. Do not remove the nut securing the boss to the body of the instrument. For detailed information on the TympView software, please refer to the TympView software directions for use included on the USB thumb drive. This software utility program is easy to install and use. However, it runs on a PC only. All hardware and operating system requirements are included in the directions for use.